Karine, when it comes to these different wars, Admiral Kirby made it clear, deterrence, right? Send these strike groups to the Mediterranean so that no one else gets involved. But it seems like our deterrence in Russia did not work. Our deterrence with North Korea building up its stockpile didn't work. Now here in the Middle East, our deterrence hasn't worked. What are we doing to make our deterrence actually have teeth?
I mean, look, I would look in Ukraine, specifically, as you mentioned, with Russia. Remember, the first days of that war or of that invasion, Russia was supposed to take down and take over Kyiv. And it is because of what this president was able to do to bring together more than 50 nations, our allies and partners, and also to continue to provide the assistance that Ukraine has been now to fight off, right, to fight off what's going on in their country. It's been impressive. You've all have reported how impressive that the Ukrainian people have been. And so that is going to continue. That is continue to support to Ukraine. That's why we put forth the supplemental request last week to hopefully continue to give those security assistance to Ukraine. And look, as it relates to Israel, the Admiral spoke to that on what we're trying to make sure that Israel has what it needs to defend itself. And we're going to continue. And let's not forget the humanitarian aid that has to go into Gaza. And that is something the President and Admiral said this. The President went to Israel, had the conversation with the Prime Minister, also had conversation with President Sisi, and look what he's been able to do. We've seen multiple convoys go in and provide that humanitarian aid. Look, we are going to continue as the commander-in-chief, leader of the free world. Of course, the president is going to make sure that we are there for our partners and allies. That will continue. That will not end. And that's what you're seeing the president do every day.
I just want to follow up. I understand you're saying that he's rallied the troops and brought allies together, and that all makes sense. But I guess, again, the origin of my question was, why aren't we doing a better job preventing these wars in the first place?
What we are doing, and Admiral spoke to this, of course, as he talked about the Middle East, and of course our goal has always been a prosperous Middle East, a peaceful Middle East. He literally went into speaking about what the goal has been and what we're going to continue to do, make sure that there is peace, right? Make sure that we bring our allies and partners together. That doesn't stop. But at the same time, right, if Russia's going to invade Ukraine, we have to be there for Ukraine. Right, trying to take over their sovereignty, their democracy. We have to be there, right? If we have to be there for Israel, as they fighting off a terrorist organization, right? Innocent people are being killed, and so the president's going to be there for that. And so, look, it doesn't stop us, deter us from what we're trying to do more broadly in having these diplomatic conversations. You saw, as I mentioned to one of your colleagues, Australia is coming. We're going to continue that conversation on how we're going to help Ukraine and continue to be partners and allies. But look, we're going to do the job that is at hand. That's what the president is focused on.